The spine-tingling curse of the Ice Queen. In the place where the world forgets to turn, beyond the last flicker of firelight, there exists a land so cold it doesn't just freeze your skin, it numbs your soul. No birds sing, no wolves howl, just the sound of the wind, and the whisper of a name no one dares to say aloud. Elira, the Ice Queen. But she wasn't always ice. Once, Elira was a spirit of the season, a child of snow and stars, who danced between snowflakes and breathed frost onto rivers. Winter was not feared, because she made it beautiful. Balance, peace, wonder. Then came the King of the South, a mortal man with fire in his eyes and gold on his tongue. He saw Elira not as a force to respect, but as power to possess. He wooed her with words, offered her a crown, and whispered of love in the language of betrayal. She gave him her magic. He gave her silence. He left her broken on the winter wind, stripped of trust, surrounded by lies. And so, winter changed. It grew sharp, angry, endless. Elira became the Ice Queen, her heart frozen in time, and with it, the world. Entire kingdoms disappeared beneath white. Time itself slowed in her presence, and those who wandered too close were found frozen, eyes wide in their final breath. The legend says she sits on a throne of shattered promises, guarded not by monsters, but by memories too painful to forget. No one went looking for her until someone did. A traveler, not a warrior, not a hero. Just a quiet soul with dreams full of frost and a strange pull toward the north. He followed echoes no one else could hear, footprints that vanished as they were made, faces in the snow that faded when approached. He crossed mountains where shadows moved on their own. He slept beneath icicles that whispered his name. He should have turned back, but something in him knew. He was meant to find her. At last he reached the frozen palace, a cathedral of silence and sorrow. Inside, statues of the lost, people frozen mid-step, eyes full of fear or regret. And there she sat, unmoving, unblinking, a crown of frost, and a gaze colder than death. He should have bowed. He didn't. He should have begged for his life. He didn't. Instead, he looked into her eyes and saw not a monster, but a woman still waiting to be heard. "I'm not here to stop you," he said. "I'm here because I know what it means to be left behind." Something changed. The ice beneath his feet didn't crack. It wept. Software. Subtle. Real. For the first time in centuries, she spoke. Not in words, but in warmth. A memory. A whisper. And then, the wind stopped. Not because the storm ended, but because it listened. The traveler never returned to the world below. Some say he melted the queen's heart and became her king. Others say he too became a statue in her hall of sorrow. But on quiet nights, when the snow falls just right, you can hear laughter in the wind. And if you listen closely, you'll hear the echo of a truth. Even the coldest curses are just broken hearts that no one stayed long enough to understand.